So now we're going to do sumac knots, which is another wrapping of the warp technique that comes from tapestry weaving. So put your loom in neutral. I'm going to again have my yarn on this cute little tapestry bobbin, but you can also just wind a little ball or make a little butterfly. You can leave the ends hanging off the side. You don't have to start in an end. You can start in the middle. You can start on sort of in the center of one side. Again, how you choose is your design element. I'm actually going to open the shed and just tuck the end in and bring myself back to neutral. So just like we did with Raya, you can have the same amount of warp groupings all the way across, or you can vary that. Again, that's going to add just some different elements of interest. So to start, I'm going to go over 4 and then bring my tapestry bobbin under not only the warp threads, but under this wrapping yarn. If I brought it under the warp threads, but over the wrapping yarn, it would, again, be the sumac, but just give a different look. So for this, we're going to go under our thread and pull down. And again, so now I'm going to go over 4 along with 2 of these funky yarns and come back under 2. And what that's doing is floating that yarn over these 2 warp threads and then wrapping around the 2 that I wrapped. So this time I'm going to go over 2 and then come back under just 1. And I'm going to go over 2. Technically it's 3, but these 2 are grouped together under 1. And as you pull down, it might pull your weft down a little bit. You can just sort of reorganize that. So here again, I'm going to go over 4, come back under 2. And here, I'm going to come to the end, and again, I'll go back to 4 and under 2. Oops. So you could be done, or you could bring it back. Okay. To loop it around there. Now, okay, a couple loops. That's just going to sort of keep it there, and then I'm going to use that and come back as my anchor around. And then over 4. And I can alternate it. So here I started my yarn in the middle of this one. I'm going to go over 4 and back under 2, which sort of staggers the way that this looks. Or I can wrap it around the same ones as I was the underneath it. And when it's wrapped around the same, it actually looks like a crochet chain. But to get that crochet chain look with sumac, you need to go one way and then come back. And you don't have to go all the way and come back. You could just leave one wrapped row. You could do 1 row, come back, and then go back around again. Do this wrap. And then 1 more, and go back around. So the layers that you take it, the amount of times that you do it, is really up to you. And then when you decide that you're done, you can secure your end into your shed. You could also take this into a supplemental warp. Okay. And then bring your weft yarn back and lock that in.